The latest news, national issues, the political scene, and conversations with prominent personalities. All these firsthand at the forefront. Good morning. I am Attorney Karen Jimeno. Today is the first day that Bilyonaryo News Channel can be seen on Channel 24 of Cignal TV. BNC is having a special coverage on Alice Guo's Senate hearing today. And we're going to discuss the expected outcome of the Senate hearing, as well as the probable issues that will be tackled when Alice Guo faces the Quad Committee of the House of Representatives on Thursday. What new information are they expecting to get from Alice Guo? Will the Quad-comm be able to extract valuable details that could point to the mastermind behind the illegal POGO operations? Joining us today is the chairman of the Congressional Committee on Public Order and Safety and one of the 4 committee chairpersons of the Quad-comm. Good morning, Congressman Dan Fernandez.
Good morning, Karen, and to all the, this is the first time that you're going to have a national television.
Well, we have been on Free TV, Channel 31.
Wow.
And today is the first day we're on Cignal TV as well, on Channel 24.
Wow, lucky me.
Yes.
I'm the first guest. Congratulations, by the way.
And thank you for being here in person, Congressman Dan. So far, you've had Cassandra Ong or Cassie Ong in the Quad-comm investigations. So far, what valuable insights or evidence have you been able to gather from Cassie Ong?
So right now, we were able to establish the connection of Cassandra Ong with the Whirlwind Corporation and also the Lucky South 99. At first, she was like trying to evade that question. But the documents that were all submitted to us will never lie. And that's the reason why we are trying to, not to insist, but to ask her about her participation on the Lucky South 99. If you remember, Karen, Cassandra Ong, together with Attorney Roque, they went to POGO with Chairman Altenco. And she was able to pay the dues for the Lucky South 99. And that's the reason why we kept asking her about the payment of the Lucky South 99. So basically, that's the one important matter that we have found out, that she was also involved in the Lucky South 99.
Congressman Dan, Cassandra is, am I correct, 24 years old?
Yes, 24 years old.
And now she seems to be the head of
the Whirlwind
Corporation.
Whirlwind Corporation is the one handling the real estate, the development of the POGO, wherein there's, I think there are 46 buildings that were constructed in a 10-hectare property. And she owns 58% of the Whirlwind Corporation. And the assessed value of that property, according with PAOK-TF, already parang reaches already 2.5 billion.
2.5 billion, right?
Yes. And for that matter, kung 2.5 billion yun, 58% is owned by Cassandra Ong. So it's like 1 billion plus.
Yeah.
So wala pa yung operation of the Lucky South 99. So the Lucky South 99 operation nila, billions of pesos as well. So you can just imagine how much money entered the accounts of Cassandra Ong. And that's the reason why she's very important in the hearing of the Quad-comm.
Cassandra Ong appears to be a dummy, or is she really the owner? She's 24 years old, and she owns already a 10-hectare property, 40-plus buildings, 58% of the company that owns all of these.
Correct. And that's the reason why we're trying to ask about if she's paying the income tax return. And we're also trying to find out yung kanyang sa estate tax, kung nagbabayad siya. Those are the things that she wasn't able to answer. And at that moment that we were asking that issue, and because she was so young, we always try to make her feel na lenient kami sa kanya, and that's the reason why I kept asking her to be a part of the investigation by siding with the government, and try to be a part of that Section 4 of the Republic Act 6981, the Witness Protection Program, wherein she will be divulging all the information that she knows. But unfortunately, during the time that we have secured the waiver coming from her, the Department of Justice filed a case against her. 2 days after that she signed that waiver, she wasn't able to notarize that in front of the notary public. And then, during the last hearing, she withdrew that waiver.
This is a waiver for her?
For the bank transactions.
Okay. So bank secrecy waiver.
Yes. Kasi, it's hard for us to see all the bank transactions. Kasi we believe that the transactions that Cassie entered into involves a lot of personalities. And that's the reason why we're trying to, not to fast track, but able to us to find out who are these people that may pakinabang dito sa POGO. Be that as it may, no, since na she will no longer sign the waiver, and a case had been already filed against her, so we just have to wait for the right moment for us to find out the bank transactions.
But do you think that your investigation of Cassie can eventually lead to the real big bosses behind the illegal POGO operations?
Yeah, definitely. Not only that us are investigating this matter, but also the DOJ, and at the same time the Senate. And we know that we will be able to secure information coming from, not only from her. Remember that meron pang Alice Go in the Senate. Maybe, kasi I heard, and I see in the, that maybe she will be considered as a state witness. And if ever that happened, na magiging state witness si Alice Go, yun na nga ang sinasabi ko kay Cassandra, baka maiwan siya. And that's the reason why we're trying to be lenient to her. And ako nga sinasabi ko sa kanya, try to help this government, try to help this Quad-comm to tell everything. And now that Alice Go will be considered, kasi you never know. And that's the reason why I believe that the reason why siguro si Benhur Abalos was trying to be nice with Alice Go, baka may nakuha na silang information. So with that, I think it's good for the country.
By trying to be nice, do you mean that there were pictures seen of Alice Guo with Benhur, Secretary Benhur Abalos smiling?
Yes.
There were also some government officials that took selfies with Alice Guo. What is your take on this?
Well, ang take ko kasi dyan, there's a lot of ways of trying to cook the fish. Di ba? Sometimes you have to be a strong personality. But somehow you have to make them feel that we're all together. Di ba? You are the least guilty among all these thieves. So somehow, you have to balance yung treatment mo sa mga, well, they are fugitives, but of course, they have rights as well. But ako, what I saw with Cassandra and Alice, kay Cassandra, I saw her talagang yung kanyang participation is not that big. But with Alice being a mayor of the municipality of Pamban, she have all this kind of authority and knowledge already. Most likely, yung responsibility of Alice is not as huge as that of Cassandra. And that's the reason why we're trying to convince her for showing leniency to her, for her to trust us. But unfortunately, yun na nga, sometimes she is being surrounded by a lot of people. Of course, sometimes nababago yung isip ng bata. Kaya I believe that during the time that we are not in the hearing and we're not talking to her, she changes her mind. So yun ang problem. So, but of course, we have to deal with other problems as well. Marami kasing issues that we have to tackle, not only about the POGO. Andun yung AJK, andun yung drugs, andun yung corporations owning the properties of our Filipino people. Those are the issues that we have to interconnect. And that POGO is just one of those.
Congressman Dan, you mentioned that you believe that Alice Guo's role is even more significant than Cassie Ong.
Yes.
Is there any efficiency in having two separate investigations ongoing right now, where we have Alice Guo in Senate, Tri-comm hearings, and then Cassie Ong in the Quad-comm hearings in Congress? Can't there be a joint hearing between Senate and Congress?
Well, in this kind of kasi there's two houses, di ba? Them and us, eh. And basically, what we're trying to discuss on the lower level will also be discussed on the second level, which is the Senate. I believe that the investigation that being conducted by them and by us is so important that in the middle of the game, we will be also meeting on the middle, di ba? So I think it's healthy for us to find out that there are those avenues that these kind of issues can be settled and tackled. Kaya nga sinasabi ko rin with the chairman of the Quad-comm that we lessen our investigation on the matter that being discussed by the Senate, especially yung kay Alice Go. Because Alice Go was already being investigated by them. So let us focus on the other issues. Kaya yung kay Alice Go, parang we are not really focusing on her because we were able to find out all the necessary statements that she delivered in the Senate. Eh. So focus on those issues that are not being tackled yet. So yun ang plano namin.
So are we going to expect Alice Guo also in the Quad-comm hearings in Congress?
The reason why we wanted Alice Go in the hearing is for her to testify in front of all of us together with Cassandra and together with all other resource persons that we have invited that are meron silang interlink on the operation of the POGO. That's the only reason why we wanted her to appear on the Quad-comm. But other than that, probably all the questions that have been asked by the Senate, maybe we will be reducing our questions on the issues that never been tackled.
Congressman Dan, what's going to happen to the congressional and Senate investigations once the trial for Cassandra Ong and Alice Guo starts proceeding? There have been cases already filed against Alice Guo in her capacity as mayor, and there are other cases that will also be filed. So far, I think it's graft charges, and then other cases on money laundering. So if that happens, will Congress or Senate be able to keep them attending in these congressional investigations, or will they have to yield to the courts?
Well, I think ako, my own personal perception on the invitation of Cassandra, have already been reached the pinnacle of it. Eh. So I think her presence on the next two hearings probably that will be it. Eh. And we'll be focusing on other matters. You have to remember that the function of the Congress is in aid of legislation and maximizing the information that we are able to gather from the resource persons is only limited on the manifestation that she wanted to be delivered on the House. And for that matter, I think we have done our job and our role to drop or craft a law that will be beneficial to our country. And you have to remember also, Karen, that we're not only dealing with the POGOs, we're also dealing with the EJKs, we're also dealing with the dangerous drugs, and we are also dealing to those corporations that owned by the Chinese national owning properties in the country. And these are the elements that we wanted to focus as well. And by saying that, we already starting to not drop, but to contemplate on trying to find out what are those amendments that we will be putting. Like for example, in the immigration, do sa custom. Kasi nakita namin that yung transshipment of the different cargos, you remember si Michael Yang is a consolidator of the different cargos. And by consolidating these different cargos, I think there are failures coming of the vessel, going to the warehouse, and those people responsible on trying to find out what is the weight of those cargos delivered on the warehouse. So, kasi once that you will find out the different weight of those cargos transferring to one vessel to the warehouse, you will be able to find out kung may mga discrepancy. And those loopholes must be addressed through a law. So ngayon, pagdating naman po dun sa EJK, are we going to go with that issue as well?
We can discuss that because I was actually curious what the progress has been, because when the Quad-comm was structured, it was really to address investigations in relation to illegal POGO operations, dangerous drugs,
Yes.
EJKs, and
EJK.
other issues. So
Yes.
what has been the progress when it comes to all the other three?
Yes. Oh, for example, dito sa investigation namin sa EJK, that's the reason why we created the Quad-comm for us to find out kung ano yung mga interlinking issues that we have to discuss in one committee for us to save time. Kasi different committees, we attended different hearings. Ang problem, naubusan kami ng oras. Kaya ang ginawa namin, pinagsama-sama namin. Sa EJK, one of the problems that we have seen, no? Ako particularly, I was thinking about I was telling you a while ago, di ba, yung parang, actually nagkakaproblema tayo dun sa past administration, parang identifying the official pronouncement of the president and yung personal pronouncement niya about a certain particular issue. For example, during the time of the former president, he was always trying to say on the official function that, okay, PNP, o ito, patayin nyo to, o ito, anuhin nyo to, gawin nyo to. Being a part of a organization, sometimes when you see the head of the state trying to deliver something, it is being construed as
Unofficial statement.
unofficial statement that I have to follow. But of course, there are denials that coming from the different spokesperson of the former president. So, hindi natin ma-identify ngayon ano talaga yung policy ng government in relation to those police officers that trying to apprehend those mga involved into drugs. And I think a law must be created in order to warn future presidents to be maging wary sila sa mga statement that will be delivered on different official functions. Otherwise, it can be construed by the agencies that this is the order of the president. Kasi if you can still remember that after the pronouncement of the former president, it's always like ang sinasabi na it's just something like a joke or something that not true because there is no written order to the organization. So somehow nasa quandary tayo what to follow. Yung mga nasa baba. And I think personally, we need to drop a law that will govern our future presidents in order to be more
circumspect or careful.
And be careful on the pronouncement that being delivered on official function because hindi naman po lahat yung caliber ng with all due respect with our different department agencies, yung caliber of the way they think is not the same of that of the president. And we have to be precise on our statement that will be followed by our subordinates. Otherwise, magkakaroon po tayo ng confusion. And that's the reason, I think, Karen, that's the reason why na-confuse po yung ating pong mga different agencies.
You mentioned earlier that the testimonies of Alice Guo in the Senate investigations seem to appear to reach its pinnacle.
Yeah.
Do you think that there can be more information that Congress can extract from Alice Guo at the Quad-comm hearings on Thursday? But before you answer that question, Congressman Dan, we'll have to take a short break.
Okay.
At the forefront, we'll be right back. Welcome back at the forefront. Congressman Dan, before the break, I was
Yes.
asking you, since Alice Guo has been appearing in the Senate hearings, do you think that Congress will be able to get new information from Alice Guo this coming Thursday?
Ako, I think, Karen, Attorney Karen, baka we will not be able to find out more from Alice Guo. They have exhausted a lot of questions and she was not answering anymore in the last hearing that was conducted in the Senate. I think she will remain silent na, kasi nga cases had been filed against her. Most likely, she will be cooperating with the Department of Justice already. Having said that, sa hearing that will be conducted in the House of Representatives, yung extraction of information will not be that rin siguro, hindi na rin siya ganun ka-importante. Hindi importante, but I think there's nothing more that she can say in the Quad-comm. So, kaya nga ang sabi ko lang doon sa Quad-comm, the most important thing is to find out yung talagang if ever that we will be able to see Alice Go, Cassandra Ong, and the different resource persons there, most likely baka doon may mag-come out. But, of course, maraming issues pa nga. As I've said a while ago, marami pa tayong dapat pag-usapan. And letting them go is the right timing for us.
Okay, and kanina we were already discussing EJ case
Yes,
as part of what the Quad-comm is also investigating. When it comes to the dangerous drugs link, at the Pampanga hearing of Quad-comm, the names of Congressman Paulo Duterte and also Attorney Manscarpio also floated.
Yes.
I think from Jimmy Guban.
Yes, yes.
What has been the outcome of this?
Well, I think yung kay Jimmy Guban, it all started in the PORAC. And he was stating there yung mga personalities that were involved in the transshipment of illegal drugs into the custom. Doon na pinapasok directly. And that's the reason why kanina I was telling that we need really to have some amendment on doon sa existing natin na immigration law in order for us to find out, lalo na sa custom pala, because of this pagpasok ng mga cargo. And basically, what we wanted is to validate the statement of Jimmy Guban. That's the reason why we haven't tried yet to invite again si Jimmy Guban for us to have the validation of all those allegations that he manifested in the hearing. And as a matter of fact, nasa affidavit niya yun. But of course, we have to find out yung validity na lahat ng kanyang mga sinasabi. Basically, these issues that was mentioned by Jimmy Guban was already been tackled as well in the investigation of former Senator Richard Gordon. And ngayon lamang, ang nakikita ko that is very important and crucial on the testimony of Jimmy Guban is yung magkaroon ng validation, yung sinasabi ni Asierto. Si Asierto have always said that the shipment of those illegal drugs into the custom was done by Mans Duterte and Michael Yang. Prior to this hearing, Jimmy Guban testified in that committee hearing of the Senate that it was Asierto who did the shipment. But now, binago niya yon sa kanyang affidavit. And that is something that we need to find out, yung validation ni Asierto and also of Jimmy Guban. That will be validated by others.
Do you plan to also invite Paulo Duterte, Attorney Manscarpio to the hearings so that they can give their side?
Yes, actually, I think somebody manifested that one na to invite them. But of course, si Congressman Pulong is a member of the Congress, so anytime naman he can participate on the hearings that are being conducted by the Quad-comm. Nobody can stop him to be a part of it. So anytime he can be welcome in that Quad-comm.
So far, Congressman Dan, are you seeing any links between illegal POGO operations and the drug trade?
Yes. It was established already in the Banban case. In Banban, it was seen on the case that was filed by AMLAC sa Banban, yung bank account ni Ho Jingyang. Ho Jingyang is the brother of Michael Yang. They have a transaction with Alice Go. And for that matter, we can see that Ho Jingyang is also a partner of Michael Yang in a Piley Holding Corporation that deals with the different warehouses that is located in Pampanga where the 3.6 billion shabu was confiscated. So makikita mo yung mga link ng mga different corporations that pumupunta kay Michael Yang. And dito naman sa PORAC, we are trying to find out yung isang link ng pinakamalaki din natin na drug trader, no? Illegal drug trader, that allegedly was there sa PORAC. So, I think we will be trying to establish that on the next hearing. This personality that I mentioned in the last hearing, yung involvement ni Rose Nonolin doon sa PORAC.
Rose Lin is the sister-in-law or cousin-in-law of Michael Yang?
No,
I'm trying to remember.
Rose
It's the
Nonolin,
wife of Jeff Lin.
Wen Xiong Lin. Wen Xiong Lin is the one who was involved in the Cavite case noong 2003, wherein it was dismissed because of the technicality. So, ito yung mga lost na nawawalang mga shabu shipment that was found in Cavite. So, doon siya na-involved, si Rose Nono, kasi asawa niya. So, merong mga news, no, na Radyo Pilipinas, ata yun, nagsabi that yung mga gamit nila Rose Nonolin was there in the, in PORAC. And that is something that needs to be further investigated. So, for us to somehow find out the truth about it.
And another link is between Cassie Ong and Wesley Guo. Is Wesley Guo the boyfriend of Cassie Lee Ong?
Yeah, sabi ni Cassie, ni Miss Cassandra Ong, boyfriend niya si Wesley. So,
Wesley is the brother of
yes.
Alice Guo.
Yes, and remember, meron silang Kape Forest. Yung Kape Forest is also one of the, well, malaki yun, hindi lang siya coffee shop or something. It's a big Kape Forest. It's a big property that owned by Cassandra as a managing operation. And I think we're trying to find out the link of Alice Go with that Kape Forest and the Wesley Go. So if ever na makita natin yung link, so makikita po na natin that they are moving on this operation of the POGO in oneness.
And another relationship appears to be a mayor, I think, of Pangasinan.
Pangasinan, yes.
And Alice Guo. Is that also related
Natakel.
to... Yeah.
Hindi namin natakal yun eh. Pero we invited the Pangasinan mayor, sa Rual ba yun? I forgot the name. But when we invited him over the hearing, we were not able to ask him about it. Kasi yung mga relationship, it's something that well, need to be asked as well. Kasi sometimes nami-misconstrued tayo ng mga tao. Bakit pati relationship hinahanap nyo? Well, of course, because the relationship triggers the connection of those operation and the ownership of the properties. Sometimes, doon nagsisimula yung pag-aari at pag-ooperate ng isang bagay through the relationship. And that's the reason why we're trying to ask kung shota mo or boyfriend mo ba si ganon. Because doon magsisimula yung lahat ng investigation natin, how it started.
Yes, and also in this case, we have Wesley Guo and Cassandra Lee Ong who are involved in two different illegal POGO operations.
Yes.
One that was found in Tarlac and another in Pampanga. But what strikes me here is also the age. We have Cassandra Lee Ong, who is currently 24. So when all of these operations started, she was probably even before 20, right?
Yes, correct.
And she was able to amass, 10 hectares?
Yes.
And so far, based on the laws that we have, how can this happen where we have Chinese companies owning vast tracts of land in the Philippines? Where was the shortcoming of our law?
Well, katulad dun sa we have found out sa Committee on Public Accounts, I was able to see that there are, because meron tayong Philippine Investment Act eh. Sa Philippine Investment Act natin, meron tayong tinatawag na mga list of, mga negative list. These negative lists are those corporations that cannot, these are the following economic indicators or economic industries that can be included on the negative list. Unfortunately, these are being abused by those people who wanted to hide in this corporation. Like for example, ito, nakita ko to during the investigation, merong isang company dun sa Cagayan. Yung company nila, 100% equity ng mga Chinese. But the very purpose or the list of the industries that are being catered by the company is for the production of the metal industry. And nung makita namin to, they are also buying properties. So if they are buying properties and they're catering metal industry, that is prohibited under the law. And under the Constitution, we are not, foreigners are not allowed to buy properties. Di ba? So, may mga gray area that we have to fix on the existing law of the Foreign Investment Act. Otherwise, if we are going to put a 100% equity on that corporation and then buying properties, then parang may problema tayo. Paano kung hindi na nila ibigay yun sa mga Pilipinos, di ba? And I noticed that instead of trying to have a majority of the incorporators leading to all Filipinos, ang nangyayari, it's the other way around. Magsisimula sila sa isang corporation, majority ang mga Pilipinos, then suddenly, makikita mo doon sa incorporation nila, sa GIS nila, magiging all Chinese na. So, yung pinaka-heart and the purpose of and the objective of the law is not being followed. So, we need to amend that.
But Congressman Dan, how do we then reconcile this with the efforts of Congress to liberalize our economy? So there are efforts to amend the Constitution so that we can open up land ownership to foreigners. And I know that's legitimately targeted at real investments or legitimate investments. But how do we then reconcile this where before, when we had restrictions, there was some type of loophole or people are able to get around the law so that other nationalities, including the Chinese, are able to own land in the Philippines for illegal POGO operations. But then when we open up our Constitution to allow foreign ownership, won't that open the door to more of these types of dangers? Or how do you balance these two interests?
Nakita ko dyan, Atty. Karen, we have to have a strict implementation lang siguro. Kasi nangyayari dito, hindi na natin na monitor. You know, a GIS, pag nagpa-file ka ng GIS, trying to change the general information sheet, you're trying to put the GIS on the end of the year pag nag-aano ka sa SEC. Ang tanong nga namin sa SEC, bakit parang ang GIS nyo late na dahil pag during the whole year, nakakapagpalit sila ng mga different incorporators. And I think yung strict implementation of the different agencies pertaining to the ownership of the properties are so important that ito yung pagtuunan ng pansin ng ating mga ahensya. Otherwise, katulad nun, nakita namin that lahat silang mga incorporators ay Chinese na and then they're buying properties. And nakita namin that hindi lamang 100 o 200 hektarya, thousands of hectares are being bought by these corporations. So, basically, ang purpose nila, if these POGO were not stopped, is to put up a lot of POGOs. Because itong POGOs nila is so profitable that they have seen that investing on these properties and putting different infrastructures and putting up these POGOs will earn them a lot of money. Kaya, mabuti na lang, it was stopped by the President. And now that we're gearing toward to arresting those illegal POGOs, I think pag hindi tayo nagtulong-tulong, even the different mayors under their jurisdiction, kasi ngayon, ang POGOs ngayon, they nag-divert sila into a small POGOs. 407 yan, Atty. Karen. And now, yung nagiging apprehension ng ating mga different agencies, hindi siya ganoon ka huge. Katulad niyan, nagkaroon sila ng raids sa Lapu-Lapu City. Iisa pa lamang 'yun. Paano yung mga ibang mga POGOs that they are conducting their operation in condominiums, in subdivisions? Those are areas that are not being covered by the national government. The LGU must step in, and the subdivisions and the condominium association must also start coming in. Otherwise, hindi natin makokontrol yung operation na to, yung illegal operation na to.
And how much coordination is the Congress conducting right now with the other government agencies so that, all the evidence and information that you're able to gather during the Quad-comm hearings trickle down to the government agencies so that they can make use of that?
When I got the information from the PAOK-TF in the first day of hearing of, hindi Quad-comm, yung hearing ko pa, yung Public Order and Safety and Games and Amusement, we started the investigation of the POGO. And I got all the copies of the 407 illegal POGOs. When the President have said in the pronouncement under the SONA that all POGOs must stop, I got all the copies. I invited the LGU. I invited the City Mayors League and the Municipal Mayors League. And I gave them all the copies of the illegal POGOs. And requested them to have a share of the responsibility that being handled by the national government. And they acceded to the request. And I hope that they are doing their responsibility as well. Dahil nga, wala na, cancel na lahat ng kanilang business permit eh. Kung cancel lahat ng business permit na to, dapat hinuhuli na sila ng mga LGU. And I hope that the different LGUs are doing this responsibility as well.
Congressman Dan, with respect to all of these hearings, can you categorically say that these are not at all being politicized as well?
I think walang politiko dito. Walang politika dito. Kasi nga, we are being accused that this is being politicized. Eh. Ako, I'm not running naman for a national position. I'm running in the local. Ace Barbers is not running anymore. Si Benny Abante is running for Congress, and Paduano is retiring. So there's no politics in here. And they are accusing us that this is being politicized. Fortunately, we were able to discuss or hear these issues separately. Like, for example, ako sa public order, POGO, si EJK sa human rights, separately talaga. Years back, ako, 2 years ago, nag-hearing na ako nung yung bypass operation. Maraming mga pulis ang nag-commit ng mga crimes. Even we doubled the salary already. So, mag-wonder ka why. And that's the reason why nung ginawa namin, kinulate namin into one committee. Now we are being accused that this being used for politics. I hope that the people will understand that we did not create this overnight. Taon po inabot nito bago namin nakuha yung pagkakasama-sama ng mga issues.
So you're saying that regardless of whether you're allied in the current administration or in the past administration, we can expect that the hearings will continue and also implicate the people who are really involved. So the next question, Congressman Dan, will the names of other high-ranking government officials come out in the next hearings of the Quad-comm?
Yes.
But before, well, you answered the question already. So I'll let you explain that when we come back after this short break. At the forefront, we'll be right back. Welcome back at the forefront. And Congressman Dan, you were quick to answer, but I'll let you expounded it further. So, will other names of high-ranking government officials come out in the succeeding Quad-comm hearings?
I answered yes, di ba? Qualify ko na lang yung yes ko. Kasi there are those na will be, I think, will be subjected to our also sa meeting of the different members. Pero I think the better person na mag-deliver noon sila Alice Go, saka sila Cassandra Ong, di ba? And those persons that we will be inviting over. Kung makikita mo yung pera na pumasok sa kanilang bank transactions, napakalaki, it's so huge. So basically, sila yung nakakakuha ng pera. Sino yung mga nabibigyan nila? So, kung meron talagang arrangement na with the DOJ to enter Alice Go into a witness protection program, those people have to be worried. Because kapag nagsalita na si Alice about those binigyan niya, and si Cassandra Ong na nagbigay din siya, I think that will be so big for all of us.
Well, one of the government officials that is so far linked to the investigations is Attorney Roque, former presidential spokesperson. And he's also the lawyer of Cassandra Ong, if I remember correctly. So where does Attorney Roque stand right now? I believe that he filed a motion to quash with respect to some of the documents that were being asked of him, and this motion was denied by Congress. So where does Attorney Roque stand right now?
You can remember, Attorney Karen, that Roque was implicated because he was the attorney or the lawyer of Cassandra Ong on Whirlwind Corporation. And when we continue asking Cassandra when they went to POGO together with Atty. Roque and Chairman Altenco, they were discussing the issue of the Lucky South 99. And we are come to believe that Atty. Harry Roque is not only the lawyer of Cassandra in the Whirlwind Corporation, but also in the Lucky South 99. And Lucky South 99, you have to understand that it is the arm of the POGO. Siya yung operation ng POGO kasi Whirlwind is about the real estate, the property. And linking Atty. Harry Roque on the Lucky South 99 is very important na establish natin doon sa hearing. And basically, we asked also the Aurora Economic Zone, wherein there's an allegation also that he applied for the construction of the POGO site in Maribeles, Bataan. But this have to be verified pa with the president of that economic zone sa Maribeles. So basically, malalaman natin yan through the hearings. And the motion to quash, we were asking about the income tax return, the SALN, and the different documents that was asked by the members. That motion to quash that was written by Atty. Harry Roque was denied by the committee. And yun na nga ang hinahanap lang po natin is yung link nung pagbabayad niya ng buwis doon sa money that allegedly na-discuss namin sa hearing, that being a lawyer and being a part of that Lucky South 99, it can be construed as well that money comes also from the POGO operation. Well, tingnan po natin kung saan pupunta yung mga documents na dadali niya sa amin.
Another witness that has appeared in the Quad-comm hearings is Lieutenant Colonel Espinido.
Yes.
He had a statement before about rewards for extrajudicial killings. There were allegations that you prepared the statement on his behalf. Is this true?
I prepared? No, we did not. Alam mo, Atty. Karen, we have to be careful with that. And kasi ako, during the hearing that I conducted in the Committee on Public Order and Safety, all the resource persons that we are inviting and those who are executing mga affidavits, we are being careful not to mingle with that. Kasi otherwise, pag yan bumaliktad, patay ka na. And the credibility of the committee and the Quad-comm per se will be put into jeopardy. And kami, we always have this conversation with the chairman that all the resource persons that will be invited in the hearing must execute an affidavit. Otherwise, pag hindi sila nag-execute, sorry, hindi namin na-accommodate. Why? Because ang hirap baka mamaya ipiting kami na kami ang nagturo or whatever. And as a matter of fact, you will notice, when we cite in contempt Colonel Padilla, the superintendent of the warden of the Davao Colony, we transferred him in Bikutan. Hindi namin siya nilagay doon sa Congress. Why? Because other members or hindi natin alam sino lalapit sa kanya, baka mamaya ma-compromise yung natin, yung stand natin. And we never allow any member or the officials of the Congress to have a conversation with him. And meron tayong mga CCTV doon, meron tayong mga guards doon, and we are very careful. Kasi at stake din yung integrity and transparency of the Quad-comm. And that's the reason why hindi namin ginagawa yan.
You stated earlier that the Quad-comm hearings or the congressional hearings are not politicized. I suppose because of the timing as well, all of these hearings came about after the unity team broke up. Does the Speaker of the House, Speaker Martin Romualdez, express his thoughts in relation to the Quad-comm hearings?
I remember the one time that we have spoken. I saw him doon sa Congress. And I asked him, Speaker, siguro naman nakikita mo yung ginagawa namin. What is your thought? Parang ganun ang tema ng pagsasalita ko. Sabi niya, you do what is right. Tamaan kung sino ang tatamaan. And kung wala kayo ebidensya, tigilan niyo. So, yun yung sinabi niya sa akin. And And isa pa, Attorney Karen, well, he is the speaker, but he cannot dictate upon us. Ako especially, when my integrity and my being transparent on the every hearings that I'm conducting, if ever na hinarang nila ako, then I will resign. I will resign on that committee. I don't need that. I mean, I can always speak on the floor and deliver what my heart dictates, and I will do that. I think we are 300 plus congressmen there, and you cannot dictate on the feelings and the intention of each and every member of the House. And unfair yun na pag sinasabi na this is scripted and things like iisa yung sinusunod namin, si speaker lang. No, hindi kami ganoon. Hindi ako kasama sa ticket ng unit team. Nasa oposisyon ako. And that's the reason why sinasabi ko na kung didiktahan niyo ako, aalis na lang ako dyan.
Thank you so much, Dan Fernandez, and we really appreciate your time here today.
Thank you, Atty. Karen. Maraming salamat.
Good luck with the Quad-comm hearing.
Yes, salamat po.
The Quad-comm investigation on illegal POGOs is not politically motivated, according to Congressman Dan Fernandez. Members of the Quad-comm all agree that Alice Guo is one of the essentials in the keys to unraveling the criminal organization behind the illegal POGO operations. After today's Senate hearing, the public will keep their eyes and ears open on Quad-comm's version of Alice Guo's investigation. Be timely informed, be insightful of the news. Always stay at the forefront. Join us again tomorrow for meaningful conversations that would help you form an objective personal opinion. This is Atty. Karen Jimeno, with then the latest information coming in that the convoy of Alice Guo already left Camp Crame 10 minutes ago for the Senate hearing. Stay tuned to BNC's special coverage of Alice Guo's Senate hearing.